Imagine a universe that hums with secrets, a place where the tiniest particles dance in ways we can barely comprehend, whispering truths that could change everything we know. What if, right now, scientists were on the verge of unlocking one of those secrets, a discovery so profound it could rewrite the rules of reality itself? This isn't science fiction. It's happening in laboratories across the world, where researchers have stumbled upon something extraordinary, something they call the Echoverse field. It's a concept that sounds like it belongs in a dream, but it's real, and it's shaking the foundations of what we believe is possible. This story isn't just about equations or experiments. It's about the human spirit reaching into the unknown, chasing answers to questions we've barely begun to ask. It's about hope, curiosity, and the courage to explore a frontier that could transform our future. The journey begins in the quiet hum of a laboratory, where scientists are working with machines so advanced they seem like magic. These machines aren't casting spells, though. They're probing the building blocks of existence itself. For years, researchers have been fascinated by particles called Majorana fermions, elusive specks of matter that are their own opposites, like a shadow that mirrors itself. These particles are special because they might hold the key to building quantum computers, machines that could solve problems in seconds that would take our best computers millions of years. But during one experiment, something unexpected happened. The scientists were testing a new kind of quantum circuit, a delicate web of technology designed to catch these particles in action. What they saw wasn't just another data point. It was a pattern, a kind of resonance, like a note played on an invisible string, echoing in ways that didn't fit any of their theories. It was as if the universe was singing a song no one had ever heard before. This strange discovery sent ripples through the scientific world. The researchers didn't just see random noise. They saw behaviors that seemed to defy the rules of quantum mechanics, the science that explains how the smallest pieces of our world work together. They called these behaviors quantum signatures, faint traces of something new. Picture it like finding footprints in a forest where no one was supposed to be walking. These signatures weren't just unusual, they were consistent, showing up again and again in experiments. Scientists began to wonder if they'd stumbled onto a new phenomenon, something they tentatively named the Echoverse field. It's a poetic name for a radical idea, a hidden layer of reality where quantum particles interact in ways we've never imagined, creating echoes that might carry information across vast distances or even dimensions. The thought alone is enough to make your heart race, because if this is real, it could change everything, not just how we build computers, but how we understand the universe itself. As news of this discovery spread, laboratories around the world buzzed with excitement. Teams in different countries began running their own experiments, trying to recreate the conditions that sparked those mysterious echoes. Some found similar patterns, while others saw hints of something even stranger. The data wasn't perfect, science never is at first, but it was enough to fuel a fire of curiosity. Researchers started to dream up new theories, sketching out mathematical models to explain what they were seeing. These weren't cold calculations, they were acts of imagination, like artists painting a picture of a world no one had ever seen. The Echoverse field, if it exists, might be a kind of invisible web, connecting particles in ways that could make quantum computers faster, stronger, and more stable. It could even offer clues to mysteries we've puzzled over for decades, like why the universe is expanding faster than we ever expected, racing outward as if pushed by an unseen force. But this story isn't just about machines and particles. It's about the people behind them. Scientists are explorers, driven by a hunger to know more, to peel back the layers of reality and see what's underneath. They're not afraid to be wrong, because every mistake is a step closer to the truth. When they saw those unexpected patterns, they didn't shrug and move on. They leaned in closer, asking questions, sharing ideas, and working together across borders and time zones. Their passion is infectious, reminding us that discovery isn't just about finding answers, it's about daring to ask the impossible. The Echoverse's field might sound like a far-off dream, but it's born from the same spark that led us to invent fire, map the stars, and land on the moon. It's the spark of wondering what's out there and believing we can find it. This moment in science feels like standing on the edge of a cliff, looking out at a horizon we can't yet see. The Echoverse field is still a theory, a fragile idea that needs years of testing and proof. But even now, it's stirring something deep within us, a sense of possibility, a reminder that the universe is bigger and stranger than we can imagine. As researchers dive deeper, they're not just chasing data. They're chasing a vision of a world where technology and knowledge leap forward, where we solve problems we once thought were impossible. This is only the beginning, and the road ahead is full of twists and turns. But for now, let's hold on to the wonder of this discovery, the thrill of knowing that we're on the cusp of something that could change everything. The discovery of those mysterious quantum echoes wasn't just a fleeting moment, it was a spark that ignited a global quest for answers. Scientists everywhere felt the weight of what they'd found, like explorers who'd glimpsed a new continent but hadn't yet set foot on its shores. The Echoverse field, this tantalizing idea of a hidden layer in the universe, was too big to ignore. Laboratories from bustling cities to quiet research hubs began humming with activity, each team racing to unravel the puzzle. They weren't just chasing data points, they were chasing a dream, a chance to touch something fundamental about the world we live in. But with every step forward, they faced a truth that's as old as science itself. The universe doesn't give up its secrets easily, and every answer comes with new questions. In those labs, the air was thick with anticipation. Researchers tinkered with their quantum circuits, fine-tuning machines that could peer into the subatomic world. They were looking for those same strange patterns, those echoes that had appeared like a whisper from nowhere. Some teams saw them again, faint, fleeting, but real. Others found results that didn't quite match, their data dancing to a different tune. This inconsistency wasn't a failure. It was a challenge, a reminder that breakthroughs don't come neatly packaged. One team described their findings as a kind of cosmic riddle, where every experiment seemed to hint at something bigger, but never quite revealed the whole picture. It was frustrating, exhilarating, and utterly human. A group of people wrestling with the unknown, refusing to let go. What made these experiments so gripping wasn't just the technology, it was the stakes. If the Echoverse field was real, it could do more than just make quantum computers faster. It might unlock new ways to store and share information, creating systems so secure they'd be unbreakable. It could even offer clues to the universe's deepest mysteries, like why it's stretching outward at an ever-increasing pace, defying everything we thought we knew. The scientists weren't just working for themselves, they were working for a future where these discoveries could change lives. Imagine a world where diseases are cured by computers that think in quantum leaps, or where secrets are kept safe by the laws of physics themselves. That's the kind of dream that keeps researchers up at night, poring over data, double-checking their work, and daring to hope. But hope alone isn't enough. Science demands patience, a kind of stubborn discipline that tempers excitement with caution. One respected physicist, speaking to a room full of eager researchers, put it plainly: "We can't let our dreams outrun the evidence." He warned that the Echoverse field, as thrilling as it sounded, was still a theory. A beautiful idea that needed to be tested, prodded, and questioned. He reminded everyone of quantum entanglement, a real phenomenon where particles can be linked across vast distances, acting as if they're one. It's mind-bending, but it's proven, backed by decades of experiments. The Echoverse A field, though, it was still a leap, a possibility that needed extraordinary proof to match its extraordinary promise. His words were a call to stay grounded, to let the evidence lead the way, no matter how tempting it was to imagine the possibilities. That caution didn't dim the enthusiasm, it sharpened it. Teams around the world began collaborating, sharing their findings like pieces of a giant puzzle. One group reported unusual patterns in how their quantum bits held on to information, as if something was interfering in ways they couldn't explain. Another team, working halfway across the globe, saw similar oddities during their tests, their machines picking up faint signals that didn't fit the usual rules. These weren't wild claims, they were careful observations, documented with precision and shared openly. The scientists knew that if the Echoverse field was real, it would show itself in the data, not in their wishes. So they kept going, designing new experiments, building better tools, and learning from every success and setback. What's so moving about this moment is how it captures the heart of discovery. These researchers aren't superheroes. They're people like us, driven by a mix of doubt and determination. They know the road is long, that the Echoverse field might take years to prove or disprove. But they keep going because they believe in the power of questions, in the idea that even a single step forward can light the way for others. It's a quiet kind of courage, the kind that doesn't make headlines but changes the world. Every experiment, every late night spent analyzing data, is a small act of faith in a future we can't yet see. And as they work, they're not just uncovering the universe's secrets, they're reminding us what it means to reach for something bigger than ourselves. This global effort is more than a scientific race, it's a shared journey. The Echoverse field, whether it's real or not, has already done something remarkable. It's brought people together, sparking conversations that cross borders and disciplines. It's a reminder that our greatest discoveries often come from collaboration, from the willingness to listen and learn from each other. As the experiments continue, each result builds on the last, like a story unfolding one chapter at a time. The ending is still unwritten, but the passion driving this search is a story in itself, one that speaks to the best of who we are and the endless possibilities of what we can become. The search for the Echoverse field is more than a scientific quest. It's a mirror reflecting our deepest hopes and fears. Every experiment, every flicker of data, carries the weight of possibility, a chance to glimpse the universe's hidden truths. Scientists have chased these echoes with relentless passion, knowing the answers might lie years away, buried in the hum of quantum circuits. They've seen patterns that hint at something profound, a field that could tie particles together in ways we've never dreamed, making computers faster, secrets safer, and our understanding of reality richer. But the results are messy, sometimes matching, sometimes not, like a melody that's only half heard. This uncertainty isn't a defeat. It's the heartbeat of discovery, the push and pull of human curiosity stretching toward the unknown. What's at stake is breathtaking. If the Echoverse field is real, it could spark a revolution, not just in technology, but in how we see ourselves. Quantum computers, powered by these strange particles, might solve mysteries that have haunted us for generations, curing diseases, securing our future, even explaining why the universe races outward, as if eager to share its secrets. But the scientists tread carefully, guided by a truth carved into the bones of science. Extraordinary claims need extraordinary evidence. They've learned from the past, from ideas like quantum entanglement that took decades to prove. So they test, they question, they doubt, knowing that every wrong turn brings them closer to the truth. Their caution is their strength, a reminder that the universe rewards those who listen closely. This journey belongs to all of us. The researchers, with their sleepless nights and endless calculations, are writing a story that echoes beyond the lab. They're showing us what it means to chase a dream, to believe in something bigger than what we can see. Whether the Echoverse field proves real or fades into a footnote, it's already changed us. It's reminded us that the universe is vast, strange, and full of wonders waiting to be found. It's stirred a fire in our hearts, a longing to keep asking questions, to keep reaching for the stars. As the experiments continue, each step forward is a testament to our shared spirit, a spirit that dares to imagine, to explore, to hope. And in that hope we find something eternal, the courage to believe that the next discovery, the next truth, is just one question.